Hey everybody, today I'm going to do another retouching walkthrough for an image I did for a small competition, a very friendly competition on Facebook in a group called High End Retouching. And if you'd like to check out the group, you can go to facebook.com/group/retouch 2011. You can request to join, and I'm sure one of the administrators would be happy to allow you into the group. Yeah, so you can go join the group and check out what's taking place. If you'd like to become a retoucher, or if you want to improve as a retoucher, or you want to critique, or you want to just join in on the fun or whatever on future competitions, you can just go join the group, and I'm sure one of the administrators would be happy to help. So this is the image. This is the winning image for the competition. This is not my image, but this is the winning image. This is not my result, but yeah, I'm also gonna go through like the other. I'm gonna like critique, give my opinion. I'm gonna give my opinion on the other images in the competition. It's just my personal opinion on the images. Not exactly the best decision, but it's my personal thoughts on it. Right? No one asked for it, but I decided I want to. Okay. So yeah, these are the other images in the competition. This is the image that won. So yeah, let's get to it. My thoughts on the image that won. Basically, I think the shine, the highlight on the hand is disturbing. It's distracting. It causes the eye too much, and the highlight on the nose is very, very distracting. Also, I think the lip, well, this is the original shape of the lip, but I think the upper lip looks like it got stung by a insect or something, and it's swole. I also think, oh yeah, that's just it. My thoughts on the winning image. There's also some inconsistencies going on in the transitions from mid-tone to shadow to mid-tone transitions right here, because this is mid-tone, this is shadows, and this is highlight. This is mid-tone to shadow. So right here there's some inconsistencies going on there, and also up here. I don't know if you can see it on like a small screen, but I can see it at a 27-inch monitor, so I'm seeing everything. Yeah, that's my opinion on the winning image. I'm not gonna say whether I think it deserved to win or not. I think it did deserve to win, because compared to everything else, I mean, it's really an okay image. I also really like the tones, the skin tones going on, and yeah, that's about it. This image, personally, I like the global changes in a sense. I like how she made the makeup come out, even though the shines are very disturbing, especially the one on the nose is very distracting. I like that he or she, I'm not sure if this is a he or she, but see, as the person, as the retoucher commented, not really her, but my own style, because I can tell she did a lot of liquefying, because the model isn't exactly a beauty model. The model is just, I don't know where it anyway, let's not go there. But anyway, the model, she did a lot of liquefying to the model. I don't know if this is a guy or a girl, but the person has a female avatar. Anyway, she did a lot of liquefying to the image, to the nose, to the upper lip. She fixed the upper lip, brought out the makeup, the eye makeup to match with the lips, and I thought that was good choices. However, I think the image is very blotchy. But even though the blotchiness is consistent throughout the entire image, it's still kind of disturbing to look at. Not looks very incomplete to me. This image, this person did a video as well. I'll post the link in the description if anybody wants to check it out. But I mean, you could check out the video. There's a lot of techniques I saw that was new to me in a sense, and yeah, you can check out the video and see if you could gain something from it. But my thoughts on the final result, though, I am not in love with the tones. I think the change to red is just, I don't know, I don't think it adds to the image. I don't think it does really much. I like that he brought back the details in the eye, but I think the color of the eye is just too much. I'm not sure if it's the color and the luminosity, but the eyes look way too saturated. Something looks very wrong with the final result. I think the skin work was decent. Also, this shadow going on right here, this wrinkle looks very disturbing between these two harsh highlights. Something looks wrong there. But you can go check out the video and see if your opinion is different from mine. You can go check out the video and see if you like it and see if you learn anything from it. You should be able to learn some. This image, I kind of like the overall image in a sense. However, it's too blurry. It's definitely too blurry. I like the global dodging and burning that took place. I like the tones, how they how we brought down the saturation in the lip to kind of match the overall saturation of the image. Something about it I kind of really like. However, it's just too blurry. It looks cheap. That's just my thoughts, and this is my image, and my thoughts on my image. I would like to hear what you guys have to say about my image, but my thoughts on my image is basically it looks like it was post produced. It was heavily retouched. It looks unnatural because the texture is just, I mean, I'm not sure if it's a bad thing that the texture is so even throughout, but, and also I think I can see some banding in the background. That's my thoughts on my image, but I really like my result. Not trying to be biased here, but at the end of the day, it's my result. It's my I don't think I deserve to win. I mean, the person who won deserved to win. On this image, I mean, I don't think I need to critique this image. This image speaks for itself. This image is just beyond me. No offense to anybody involved. I think this person just needs to develop their eye or whatever. Anyway, this is the original image. It's very scary to look at. No offense again to the photographer. That's just my thoughts. I am not going to hold back because, yeah, that's just my thoughts. It's very hard to look at. You don't want to look at an image like this. Definitely don't want to look at an image like this. The model isn't exactly a model. This is the before, and yeah, this is my raw conversion. Sorry, this is my raw conversion of the image, and this is my final result. When I look at this image, I thought to myself, okay, the model isn't exactly a beauty model, right? She isn't exactly a model either. She's a beautiful woman, but she isn't exactly a model. So I thought, okay, maybe we could make it kind of conceptual, kind of artistic in a sense, kind of bring out the makeup and not so much focus on the model, the the girl herself, right? That was my thought. So that's why I made the model so dark, so black, and blended it with the makeup. So your focus is basically on the makeup alone. When you look at the image, you probably won't notice it, but that is where your eyes are drawn to, the makeup. So let me start with my raw conversion. This is my raw conversion, and this is, well, basically I'm going to tell you guys what I did. I'm going to tell you why I did it. It's not because I don't retouch and just retouch because it's like a consistent something I do all for every single retouch. I mean, this is just for this specific image. Also, I like to say that not all my techniques in this image, in retouching this, was exactly non-destructive. Everything was, it was kind of rushed because firstly I didn't think I would actually post my result because the image was, I was just experimenting basically. I didn't think I would actually have posted my final result or anything, but I did get some good feedback thanks to Aaron Arbo. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but yeah. And also, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but thanks to the photographer, Miss Fanny Van Popeye. Fanny Van Popeye. Not sure if I have that correct, but thanks to the photographer for the image, for supplying the image for the competition, and everyone who made the competition possible, and etc, etc. So yeah, this is my raw conversion. I brought back some details in the blacks, basically. I knew I was going to change the background, so I didn't really focus on my masking. I thought the lighting here was a bit too intense, so I brought down the light there a bit in this area. It was calling your eye too much, so I brought that down. Using my raw conversion, using a different raw conversion, I brought back some of the makeup. This is the raw conversion I use for the eye makeup, and I brought back some color in the eyes, in the eyeshadow, if that's eyeshadow. I'm not a makeup artist, so I don't know what it's called, but it's eyeshadow, I believe. And then I change the background, basically bringing the attention to the center of the image with the background change. So yeah, that was my raw conclusion. I don't want this video to be extremely long, but it is going to be extremely long, about 30 minutes long or 20 something minutes. So yeah, that was my raw conclusion. And then I liquefied the lips, which not everyone realized was looking kind of swollen on. The lips was looking like she got stung, so I made the upper lip smaller and kind of made the lower lip a bit bigger. Here I did some healing, and also this was one of the destructive techniques. I'm not gonna say it's a non-destructive technique. It's a destructive technique that I use to get rid of some of the dark spots in the overall image. Is it? Yeah, it is. Basically, I touched see, a lot of the dark spots just disappears. Basically I made a split frequency and I attached a curve to the high pass of the split frequency and removed all of the darks in the high pass. As you can see how the curve, basically what I did was attach the curve to the high pass, create a clipping mask onto the high pass, and then I brought just up here to the center, which removes all the little tiny dark spots in the high pass. It's very noticeable in some areas and not so noticeable in others. And then I did it again actually with a different radius, and this time it's very noticeable, especially in the arm. As you can see, without the curve, with the curve. So this isn't isn't exactly a non-destructive technique. I think it's not something I would do for something I'm being paid for. But this was just like a quick fix. And also with this split frequency, I fixed the disturbing highlights on the nose, under the eyes, and on the forehead. The highlights that kind of hold my eye, and I also fixed the piece of hair that was going on there, and I did a lot of healing as well in the split frequency. And then I created a inverted high pass to basically smooth out the skin. I created 3 inverted high pass. The first one I did was 27. I used a radius of 27, not very dramatic, not a very dramatic change, but it did do some tiny adjustments, tiny. Then I created one, this one I believe was 45, and the last one was 27. Yeah, so that was my high pass, just to smooth out things a bit, because I wasn't gonna dodge and burn this entire thing. Crazy. This is not paid work, and even if this was paid work, I was not going to dodge and burn everything. I'm sorry, Demi. And it's not my fault. It's not my fault, because this image was just ridiculous to work with. Dodge and burn. This is my dodge and burn. I think the dodge and burn obviously made quite a difference. Also in my dodge and burn, I actually have my color adjustment, my gradient map as well. But this is my dodging and burning, and I think that made the entire difference. So let me show you what I did with my dodging and burning. Actually, there's some healing in here as well. There's also some minor healing as well, but anyway, let me take off my dodging and burning layers. So this is before. This is some global changes I did, also some minor pixel level. I didn't do much pixel level work, just around the edges here, and around the edges I do pixel level. So yeah, that's my first dodge and burn layer. Then I think I did some more healing. Yep, some healing. Then I added some whites on the forehead, on the cheek, and back on the nose. It's not exactly like the original highlight on the nose, but you know, of course there needs to be a highlight on the nose, so I added some whites, and I added some depth. What I used to create my depth, or to burn some further, is I create a hue saturation adjustment, and I desaturate the image, and I change it to multiply, and then I burn with that. I find it works better on light-skinned people, because you know, usually when you burn light-skinned people, there's this saturation shift, so it works better on light-skinned people to me. And yeah, that's what I did to do some global burning. And Then I added some more. Then I enhanced this highlight on the edge of her face. I enhanced it a bit further. Brought it underneath her ear and carried up a little bit. And I like how it looks as well. Then I added some more dodging and burning. Some minor adjustments right here and right here. Then my gradient map, just to even out the skin tones a bit. Not a very dramatic change, but very subtle change. Then I painted more whites, basically on the hand and on the collarbone and on the shoulders. Added more highlights, and yeah, that was about it. My dodge and burn before dodge and burn, after dodge and burn. And to me personally, I think I could have ended my retouching at this point. I could have submitted this as my final result, but I went on to create the artistic effect, the kind of dark image. Yeah, did some healing and some lashes, fixed some lashes a bit. Oh my god, what's this? I did some healing under the eyes, etc, etc. There's some spots here, but I think this this came here due to while I was fixing my layers for the purpose of recording this video. While I was rearranging my layers, this came up here, but I know this was not here in my final image. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it and see where things changes. Here I reduced the exposure of the entire image and masked out the makeup, so you can see here's my mask, because as I said, I wanted the focus to be on just the makeup, because the model was not exactly where I wanted the focus to be. So I reduced the exposure there. I did it again. This was me. The reason why I kept doing this is because I had an image in my mind. I had a thought, an idea of how I wanted the final image to be. So I kept making these changes that I am actually not in love with right now. Looking at it, it looks very looks like a corpse. She looks like burnt bread or something. It looks very black, pitch black. And then I did some more color adjustments. I'm not in love with it right now. I'm not in love with the color adjustments I made here, but this is not the final image. Here I did some more liquefying. I shrinked her nose a bit and kind of raised her cheekbone and fixed the head tie, and then I made a levels adjustment, which is something to bring the focus right here. I made a levels adjustment, of course increasing the light just to create like a light source. I want the focus to be on her face, so I made this levels adjustment. And some more lashes. I think I just fixed her lashes a bit. I hated these lashes though, gosh. And here I just reduced the brightness in the eyes. I didn't want the attention to go to the inside of her eyes, so I reduced the brightness in her eyes, and I added some reds to the overall image, and I really liked it. I really liked it after this. But going through my PSD now, I think I could have stopped a whole lot earlier before I made all these dramatic color adjustments. A lot of my color adjustments was basically because I had the vision going, I had an image in my head, and that's what I was trying to achieve. I don't just retouch without knowing where I'm going, or without an idea of how I'm going to where I'm going to carry the image, because usually when I do that, it becomes a normal looking image. It doesn't become something good, something unusual. When I do that, it just becomes like, and with this image too, I couldn't really just keep everything looking natural, because I mean, the skin was not great. I mean, this is not exactly 100% because I reduced the image for the purpose of recording the video, but the skin was not great at all. So it wasn't intentionally, it wasn't intended to look as natural as like a natural beauty retouch. It was more of a artistic idea going on here. But yeah, that's me. It's my final result. If you guys like, be sure to thumbs up, subscribe, go check out the Facebook group. Also, while you're on Facebook, you could go check out my Facebook page. Yes, I am promoting myself here. Hello. You can go check out, you can tell me your thoughts on my final result. You tell me if you like it, tell me what you think. Give me your opinion. Give me your opinion on the video. Go check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/featheredpixelsretouch. That's feathered pixels retouch. facebook.com/feathered pixels retouch. And hit like while you're there. Go check out the group. You can leave me a message if you like. You can ask questions, whatever you feel free. I don't bite. Actually, I do bite, but don't worry, I won't bite you. So yeah, tell me if you like the retouch. Tell me if you don't like the retouch. Tell me what I could have done to improve the image. Tell me if you agree that I should have stopped earlier. Tell me what you think. Just leave a comment or message me on my Facebook page, or go to the group and leave a comment on the image. Do whatever you like. Share the video, like, subscribe, whatever. Thanks for watching. Now I say goodbye.